Ready to feel the thrill of the racetrack from the comfort of your own home? Join us as we explore the top 5 best racing wheels for PC in 2024. We'll dive into the world of immersive racing experiences, comparing features like force feedback, steering wheel angle, pedal sensitivity, and overall build quality. Whether you're a casual racer or a hardcore sim racer, we'll help you find the perfect racing wheel to take your gaming to the next level. Let's rev up your engines and get ready to conquer the virtual racetrack. Number 5. Thrustmaster T300 RS. What makes the Thrustmaster T300 RS one of the best racing wheels is its impeccable force feedback system. It's not geared, rather using a series of belts that are powered by brushless motors. This gives it that perfect mix of power and smoothness, for a sense of realism and immersion you can't really beat at the price. Any force feedback wheel will add a whole new dimension of fun to reasonably realistic racing games, like Forza Motorsport and Assetto Corsa Competizione, but at this price these Thrustmasters are the obvious choice. There's a little gnawing rumble as you fight against the wheel, which is the feel of the motor working, but it's otherwise great. The belt system does cause a fair bit of heat after a while, necessitating a fan system that kicks in after you've been playing for 10 minutes or so. However, it's not too distracting, and quieter than the Logitech G923 in action. There are a few downsides to these generally great wheel sets, and it's all about the parts outside of the wheelbase. The steering wheel is solid and very grippy, but uses a rubber grip rather than a leather one. Many people will be fine with the material, but after using the G923 we did miss the feel a little. Fresh out of the box the Thrustmaster T300 RS lacks a few of the Logitech G923's touches, but its force feedback is so much better. Number 4. Logitech G923. Also our pick for the best PS5 racing wheel, the Logitech G923 looks almost identical to the G920. The wheel still features the same caliber of materials, from the leather stitching to the metal pedals, incredibly sturdy steering, strong force feedback and logical button layout all return. Setup is also fairly easy by way of power adapter and USB cable, while button placements and macros are customizable through Logitech's G-Hub application to a respectable degree. In fact, most of the fundamentals remain the same as the previous Logitech G920. It's still a healthy improvement, though, that makes the Logitech G923 perfect for PS5 and Xbox Series consoles. But it's just as happy with the Xbox One, PS4 or PC. Make sure you buy the right version, though, as the wheel has 2 separate products that are console dependent. There's no one-size-fits-all option here. The G923 makes some vital improvements too though. Primarily, the G923 adds TrueForce, a haptics-based system that transmits the feel of the road through your fingers and palms. Logitech has also upgraded the G923's brake, for more progressive resistance on the depress, while the LED rev indicator and 24-point selection dial from the PlayStation 4 version of the G920 becomes standard for this wheel. However, the G923 has Logitech's helical gearing system under the hood, which does not provide as smooth a feel as the Thrustmaster T300 RS. Number 3. Thrustmaster T-GT II. What makes the Thrustmaster T-GT II the easiest to recommend as a premium option goes beyond its superb build quality. Yes, the wheel is built to justify its high asking price, but there's some crucial design decisions that set it apart. It's not geared, for one, instead using a series of belts powered by brushless motors. This gives it the perfect combo of power and smoothness, for a sense of realism and immersion you can't really beat at the price. It leads to incredible feeling force feedback that's among the best you're going to get from a non-direct drive racing wheel. And while the use of a wheelbase means it isn't quite as beginner-friendly as a plug-and-play model like the Logitech G923, on the flip side this offers excellent customizability if, say, you want to swap out the T-GT II for a different wheel. The elephant in the room is that the Thrustmaster T-GT II is incredibly expensive. At $799.99/£699.99 it'll be understandably out of reach for most budgets, sitting in a more suitably enthusiast price bracket. If you're still keen on the T-GT II, then, we'd highly recommend waiting for a discount, as the wheel does often come down in price over key sales periods. Number 2. Hori Apex. The Hori Apex looks a lot like the other wheels here, but it's actually rather different. This isn't a force feedback wheel, relying on rumble instead. Fire up a game like Gran Turismo 7 or F124 and more modern Thrustmaster or Logitech wheels will decimate the Hori for quality of experience. However, the Hori is perfect for arcade racers, some of which only have rumble effects rather than force feedback programmed in any way. As a result, the Hori is also much lighter than any other wheel here. You'll still need something to clamp it to, but this is the one wheel here that won't seem hard done by if it's not treated to a proper frame or will stand. Clearly made for racers where you'll use nitrous every 4.5 seconds, it tries harder than the rest to put all the main PS4 buttons at your fingertips. There's a pair of them right on the wheel rim itself. You can also alter the D-pad to emulate the DualShock 4 or DualSense Zone, or either of the analog sticks. That said, the Hori Apex is easily the most toy-like wheel in this group. It has plastic gear shifters, fairly cheap plastic pedals and no parts to upgrade. It also has very limited rotation compared with all the other wheels here, turning just 270 degrees rather than the 900 or 1080 we see with pricier options. There's some compromises here, then, when compared to the pricier wheels. But as a budget buy for more laid-back racing titles, it's a decent pick. Number 1. Thrustmaster T248. Our pick for the best racing wheel overall is a real jack-of-all-trades in terms of performance, design and price, the Thrustmaster T248. This excellent racing wheel boasts top-notch build quality for both the wheel and pedal modules, as well as an impressive range of features for those who like to customize their experience up to quite a granular degree. At $300/£300, the Thrustmaster T248 finds itself costing about the same as the Logitech G923 outside of notable sales periods. It's quite an eye-catching price point if you don't quite have the budget for our premium option below, the Thrustmaster T-GT II, or you're looking for something more feature-rich than a cheaper wheel without breaking the bank too much. You're also getting high performance here that's actually fairly close to competing with the very best Logitech wheels. With the Thrustmaster T248, you're getting 900-degree rotation and strong force feedback for an accurate and immersive experience while racing. We view the T248 as a true sweet spot amongst the best racing wheels you can buy, which is why it sits in our spot for the best overall choice if you're looking for a wheel that has a good bit of everything. You will find all the links of these products in the description below. Comment below and tell us which racing wheel you were considering. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share with your friends, and if you are new to the channel then subscribe and hit the bell icon for future updates.